Welcome to the National Athletics Championship and Trials for the Commonwealth Games. This is Nyayo Stadium. 3 days of running. This is the first day. Nairobi, 18 degrees centigrade. Humidity of about 73 degrees. I'll be joining you today with my fellow commentators Rotich, and later on we'll have Gregory in our studios. But on our screens to start the day off is the 100 meters decathlon for men. Remember, this is the trials for the Commonwealth Games, also sums up as the national championship. All affiliates of the Athletics Kenya are represented here, starting from coast all the way to Nairobi, all the way to northeastern, Wajir, Garissa, Nakuru, Uasin Gishu. All the affiliates are here. All 47 counties, including police, KDF, prisons, NYS. Rotich, what do you look forward to today?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Of course, it's a good morning. It's chilly here in Nairobi. I didn't expect such a weather, but of course, it's a good day. We expect action-packed 3 days of events, and we are looking forward to our various athletes competing in this event. Remember, we are almost starting the first event, and of course, I'll be bringing more up to speed to let you know what we are going to expect on this day today.
As you've mentioned, all athletes are here. Ferdinand Omanyala just jetted in yesterday from where he was in France. Remember, he's running for Kenya Police. I've seen athletes from Oregon. Your athletes from Oregon are already here. They landed yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday?
Yeah, I'm very much excited because I've been following up on their progress in the U.S. So the students from the university, various universities in the U.S. are here. They competed just last week at the Oregon, that is a Hayward Field for the NCAA championships. And we have a national champion of the NCAA in 1500 meters, Rosemary Longisa, who will also be competing here today. So I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to this event.
Sure, the NCAA 1500-meter champion is here, Longisa. I'm also seeing Vanis Kerubo from NCA also is here, including, I don't know if Rukia Nusra is here. I don't know. Tell us more.
Well, I was talking to Rukia and she said she couldn't make it, but of course Vanis came. They're in the same school, that is in the University of Kentucky. We have Diana Cherotich and Juliet Cherubet from the Oregon University. We have, of course, Mumbai, that is from Oklahoma State University. We have a number of them. I'll be telling you who and who is here.
I can see all your names are for the girl child. I'll name the boy child. Of course, Brian Tinega is also here. In the 100 meters decathlon, lane number 1, Gilbert Koech. Lane number 2, Edwin Kering. 3, Edwin Kipchumba. 4, Cosmas Kibet. 4, Obi Mikael Muhando. 5 and 6, Bismarck Soy, Stephen Mutunga, and Edwin To. Remember, lane number 8, Edwin To, the African silver medalist in the decathlon, will be running in lane number 8, running for Kenya Prisons as we wait for the gun. First event of the day, 100-meter decathlon. Remember, Deca, 10 events. They'll take part in 5 events today. Clean start there from Edwin To in lane number 8, just ahead, a few inches ahead. Finished there in the first position in a time of 11.5 meters per second wind speed. That is the first event of the day, kicking off this 3-day championship. Remember, this is the first day of the national trials, also trials for the Commonwealth Games. And the criteria is number 1 to cross the line, books on automatic.
And Athletics Kenya has been given about a slot of 49 athletes.
That's quite a lean team. 49 is pretty lean for Kenya, knowing that Kenya is a powerhouse in athletics. So I don't know how they'll manage, but
Semi-final, followed by the men's event semi-final, also 110 meters. Then we have also a long jump for the decathlon. That is the second event of the decathlon today. Then it shall be followed by 5,000 meters women's race, which is a semi-final also. Hits as women will follow, followed by the men hits in 100 meters. And then at 11:30 we shall have the discus men and women final. Then at noon, we shall have 3,000 meters steeplechase women semi-final, followed by a health break, of course. We need to have lunch by then. And then, of course, after in the afternoon, we have the 800 meters women hits, followed by the men 800 meters men hits. And then short put decathlon. That is the third event of the day for the decathlon guys. And then we have long jump, women and men final. And then we shall have we shall have of course, the 400 meters coming up in the hits, and then 400 meters men in the hits also. And then we have the high jump women, men and women final, 500 meters, 5,000 meters men semi-final. Then we shall have discus, hammer, and long jump medal ceremony. That is at 3:45, men and women. We shall have high jump coming up at 4 p.m. Decathlon, the fourth event of the day. And then we have the 10,000 meters walk race for women final at also 4. At 4. And then we shall also have 200 meters men and women in the hits. And then, of course, 400 meters at decathlon. Then we shall have the high jump and 10 meters walk medal ceremony for men and women. And the final event of the day is the 1,500 meters men and women semi-finals.
of course, that is the program for the day. As we move in, as the events come in thick and fast on our screens, participants of the 100 meters hurdles and the farthest on your screen was the national champion Gladys Nguru, representing Prisons, will be running in semi-final number 1. And it's in lane number 1, semi-final 1. In lane number 2, we'll be having Brivia Nelima, Vicky Makoba, Yvonne Awino, Jacinta Mwenda, Brenda Nasimiu, and lane number 7, Mercy Jelagat. On lane number 1 for Kenya Prisons is the national champion, Gladys Ngure. In lane number 2, we'll be having Edwin Kering. Lane number 3, Lane number 1, Gladys Ngure. Lane number 2, Brivian Nelima. Lane number 3, Vicky Makoha. Lane number 4, Yvonne Awino. Lane number 5, Jacinta Mweni. Lane number 6, Brenda Nasimiyu. Lane number 7, Mercy Jelagat. Remember, this is Prisons, Police, CAT, Nyanza South, Central, and Prisons. We have an absentee there in lane number 8, Masijalagat Mutai. But on our screen, in bib number 678, is the national champion in this particular event, Gladys Ngure. And that is, of course, the favorite for this particular semi-final, hoping that she'll reach the final. Remember, all Athletics Kenya affiliates are represented here, from Kenya Police, prisons, KDF, Nyanza South, Central, Eastern, Nairobi, universities, Southern, Coast, NYS. Everybody is represented here. All the affiliates of Athletics Kenya.
Yeah, there's need to also inform our listeners and our viewers that the trials here brings together 12 regions. That is from the coast, North Rift, Central Rift, South Rift, Southern, we have Northeastern, we have North and South Nyanza. All people are represented here. All the regions are here. And then we have the Kenya Defense Forces, we have the National Police, we have the Kenya Prisons, KWS, Kenya Forest Service, NYS, and universities. All these athletes are here because these are teams that were selected at the regional level, and then, of course, they are now coming here to compete. So these are the best of the best in the regions and, of course, at the discipline forces level. But you have to be very good. You have to run well so that you can be able to make it to the national team. Remember, Athletics Kenya has been given about a slot of about 49 athletes who will be competing. At the Commonwealth Games. And as my friend here said, Wasonga, that is actually a lean team, because I remember the Africa Championships, we managed to send about 72 athletes. So we have the numbers. It's only that there is a quota that has to be given to the federations, because remember, the Commonwealth Games is not only Athletics Kenya. We have other federations who have also to send their teams so that they can be able to represent Kenya at that level. Maybe later we shall be telling you the teams that have already qualified for the Commonwealth Games, but for now we are here at the Athletics Kenya National Trials. I can see, Wasonga, the event is being sponsored by Kenya Commercial Bank, that is KCB, and Betika, Na Community. Those are part of the sponsors. I've seen Jubilee also here, and a number of them, Coca-Cola. They are all here to make sure that this event is successful. Well, Ngure, she has been doing well at the hurdles event. Can she even, if she wants to run a flat race, how can that turn up to her as a coach? What can you say?
Most of these hurdlers are not so good at the flat race. Most of them are used to running and just gliding through the hurdles. When you take them to the flat, because they can't manage it well. But remember, Gladys Ngure is the national champion, while Rukia Nusra is the national record holder.
That's true. I asked the same question, Rukia, and she was telling me that she can just use 100 meters as part of building her speed, but she will stick to 100 hurdles because she wants to build the technical part, because this event is technical. You have to be very, very smart in jumping.
Yes, of course, they have to glide through 10 hurdles. 10 hurdles from the first to the last hurdle. And remember, the women's height is lower than the men's height. The men's height is a little bit higher. This is the 100 meters hurdles women, second event of the day. National champion is in lane number 1, Gladys Ngure from Kenya Prisons. Let us see. Remember, we have 2 semi-finals. The first 3 to cross the line automatically qualify for the final. First 3 automatic to the final. Gladys Ngure in lane number 1, the national champion in this particular event. Clean start there. The very poor start from Gladys Ngure, but she comes in the lead right away. In lane number 1, Gladys Ngure. And in lane number 3, Kenya Police. It's Prisons versus Police. Prisons versus Police. But Gladys Ngure wins that particular one in a time of 14.4 seconds. 14.4 seconds. She wins that particular semi-final and through to the final that will be run tomorrow. Hundred and 100 meters hurdles women semi-final number 2. 6 athletes in this particular one. Lane number 1 and 8 are missing. The ones to watch: Veronica Chebet and Philia Nyandusi. Lane number 4 and 5. And our first full start of the day. Is it a false start or is it a... Remember, for a false start, one is automatically disqualified. For a faulty start, that's a technical error. Who is going to win this? Remember, the first 3 to cross the line automatically qualify for the final. Filian, lane number 5, is the favorite for this particular one. Another faulty start, or is it a false start? Let us wait and see. And our first false start of the day in lane number 6, who's going to see the showers early, is Laura Chepkoech from Kati. Clean start there, favorite. Oh, things have gone haywire here. Vivian has to do a lot of work, remember. But she gains and comes in second as Veronica, as Chebet gets out injured. That will be a DQ, definitely.
Yeah, of course. If you listen, we are not talking. We are juggling between sipping a hot cup of tea because it's very very cold here in Nairobi. Actually, it's not raining. I came from Eldoret, and it's not. It's very hot. There's a lot of sun there, so it's very hot there, and Nairobi is very cold. And I'm sure many athletes are surprised because today we woke up. It was very cold and chilly. But it's a sport. You have to run. You have to compete. And as we prepare for the next event, remember I told you it's a 3-day event, a packed event. And most of the races happening today are either heats or semi-finals to select teams that will be able to compete at the finals tomorrow and on Saturday, where a team will be selected to represent Kenya at the Commonwealth Games. Well, I have seen a number of people coming in to just witness athletes competing, and I can see the 110 hurdle men's first semi-final taking or lining up on their way there, as you can see on the screen. Remember, these are the AthleticsKenya National Championships trials, and of course for the Commonwealth Games. We have the title sponsor as the KCB, and we have other sponsors like Coca-Cola, Jubilee, and Betika and Community. We expect to see a number of athletes qualify for these events because, remember, we have other upcoming athletes who are trying to also impress in these races. And it's a matter of time because they have to compete at the national level to be identified. So for those who are watching us, wherever you are, I want to welcome you. This is Nyayo National Stadium, Athletic National Championships and Trials for the Commonwealth Games. I have seen a number of coaches, a number of student athletes from the U.S. You said you saw Tinega, and I have seen a number of women who have been competing at the university level at the NCAA championships. Remember, NCAA is meant for the all universities in the U.S., and they normally have their own championships. And of course, they ran last week, where Kenyans managed to bag 4 titles. 1500 meters, that is through Longisa. We have Keter Joffrey in the 3000 meter steeplechase. And then we had 10,000 Marceline. And then there was, of course, 5,000 women, Marion Chepngetich. So those are the 4 titles that Kenyans managed to win, compared to last year where Kenyans bagged 6 titles. And of course, we had Winnie B doing the triple jump, and I think this year she had an injury. She couldn't continue with jumps. And we also had Zedi. Remember Zedi Chongo? She's also doing jumps, but I think she also had injuries, and she managed to reach the regional level. So these events are happening all over. Our athletes are representing all over the university level, at the national level, at the Diamond League level. Actually, tomorrow we have the Diamond League in Doha, but we only have only 5 Kenyans who will be competing. 3 at the steeplechase and 2 at in the 5,000 meters. That is because they are all here competing for the Commonwealth slots.
The ones who will be at the Diamond League have no business being at the Commonwealth Games. That's why they chose to run the Diamond League and not the national trials. Remember also, Timothy Cheruiyot 1500 meters is in the house. And this is the 110 meters hurdles for the men. Felix Kipkoech, lane number 1. Experienced William Bevy, lane number 2. Jason Ogega, KDF, lane number 3. Kevin Kiptanui, lane number 4. Gordon Ochieng, lane number 5. Eliud Kiprop, lane number 6. Robert Kiprotich on your screen, Western. Lane number 8, Daniel Mudoka, NYS. 110 meters hurdles, semi-final number 1. Remember, they have to go through 10 hurdles to be at the finish, to reach the finishing line. William Mbevi of KDF in lane number 2. And also Jason Ogega of KDF in lane number 3, the favorites for this particular semi-final. Remember, the first 3 to cross the line automatically qualify for the final. Clean start there, and it's a very bad start from the 2 favorites. But are they coming clean? Yes, they are. They are in the top 3 positions as the athlete from Kenya Police just backs that particular semi-final in a legal time of 14.9 seconds. Eliud Kiprop of Rotich from where I'm seated. We'll be having a new national champion with the absence of Kiprotich. With the absence of Kip Rotich, there will be a new national champion this year in the 110 meters hurdles. Remember, also we have the field events going on. The hammer throw will be happening just shortly. And on our screens is the 110 meters hurdles. In lane number 1, we'll have Benedict Nzina. Lane number 2, Wiseman Were missing in action. Lane number 3, Mpoke Moitalel, who is a 400-meter hurdle favorite. Benedict Nzina from Kati. Lane number 2, Wiseman Were missing in action. Lane 3, Mpoke Moitalel, lane number 3. Lane number 5, lane number 4 missing. Lane 5, Eric Muli from Southern. Lane 6, Ben Wanyonyi Wafula. And lane number 7, Joachim Brilliant from South Rift. Remember, the two favorite, Wasman Were and Kipkori Rotich, are missing in this particular semi-final. Maybe they have chosen to stick to the 400 meters hurdles. But for this particular one, the first three to cross the line book an automatic slot to the final. Let us wait and see who will be the first three. Oh my. Another false start. Direct disqualification. It's a faulty start. You go back to the blocks. From our replays, we could see a little twitch from lane number 3, but the officials have called it a faulty start. Reset. First three to cross the line automatically qualify for the final. Clean start now from the athletes there. 5 athletes gunning for the top 3 positions. Who is going to take this one? Mpoke from Kenya Police, running so smoothly, so nicely, falling all the 10 hurdles as he wins it in 15.3 seconds. Mpoke has clinged on each and every hurdle on his way. 10 hurdles on the floor as he wins that particular semi-final in a time of 15.3 seconds.
Anle Mirisho, the AK Diaspora. Florence Chepkoech from Nairobi. Desma Chepkoech, AK Diaspora. Mercy Chepkoske Kibet, Diaspora. You have Eniti Eko, Nairobi. Linda Chepkemoy, Western. Maureen Chebor, Police. Domtila Cheruta, Diaspora. Sandra Felis, Nairobi. Diana Cherotich, Diaspora. Miriam Cherop, Prisons. Naomi Chebiwat Kiplagat, Central. And of course, Pauline Mojave, Western. And Julius Esterina Irino, that is from South Sudan. And then we have Viola Chebet from NYS. Remember, that is the first semi-final. We have 2. Of course, this is the first, and we expect fireworks in this event. For those who are...
Rotich, I have a question to ask you. Now that you come from the highlands of Eldoret, United States, Oregon is on a low altitude. What happens to the athletes when they come from a low altitude to a high altitude like they're doing right now? Is it advantageous to them or advantageous to the guys coming from Iten? in this particular race, 5,000 meters?
For you, of course, it's Oregon. It's called Hayward Field. It's in a low altitude area, and it will be a challenge for someone coming from a low altitude area competing in a high altitude area. It should be the vice versa because you'll be able to adapt very fast. But here, someone needs like 2 weeks so that he can be able to make it. And even as we continue the commentating, I can see our co-commentator, Mulemi, Greg Mulemi has arrived. He is telling me that he has not been sleeping because of football. He's been watching a lot of football here. But remember, there are people who are watching us and they're following live this event. I want to send greetings to... actually, that's my favorite athlete, Longisa. She is saying that she is watching from a hotel room. And of course, they've started, there was a mishap there, but they've started well. That is the 5,000 meters race. Longisa received greetings from the commentators here. They are waiting to see you compete in the evening. Actually, they are running at 5. That will be the last event of the day, 5 p.m. in the evening, 1,500 meters, men and women. So they will be waiting to see you how you will be competing. But remember, we have also athletes here from the diaspora, and we shall see how this event will unfold after the 12 laps.
12 laps to go. Remember, this event is a 12 and a half laps. 5,000 meters women. Is this semi-final number 1? Oh my, this is a lot of athletes. 22 athletes in this particular one. Remember, all affiliates are represented here at the national trials. When you see an athlete running here, know they are the best from their region. All 47 counties are represented here, including Kenya Police, Kenya Defense Forces, National Police Service, prisons, universities, KATI, NYS, Kenya Wildlife Service. All of them are represented here. That is why you see the large number of athletes. This is 22, and in the second semi-final, there will be another 22 athletes. This is 5,000 meters women's semi-final. They're running today, and the finals will be run on Saturday. And remember, some of them are doubling 5,000 and 10,000 meters. So you have to be so smart for you to get it right here. Remember, it's not just the national championship, it is also the trials for the Commonwealth Games. And NOC officials will be lining up here to check their athletes immediately the events finish. I understand they might be going to camp on Wednesday. So you finish the trials, straight to the camp. 5,000 meters. Nobody has decided to take the mantle. Still, everybody within that cabin, all 22 athletes, locked in as they take it easy. Just cruising, waiting for the right time to kick. But all of them are still packed, quite packed together in this particular semi-final. 11 laps to go. They might look slow, but I can bet and I can assure you, if you try going in between that race, your tongue will be out in 1 minute of running, because they could be running at a pace of about 4 minutes per kilometer or 3 minutes 40 per kilometer. And when they try to pump it up, they'll come all the way down to sub 3 minutes per kilometer as the pace increases just a little bit. Already we are seeing the first split with 10 laps to go. One athlete has been left behind, as KDF has decided to take the mantle. It's KDF, Kenya Police. KDF in the lead, Kenya Police in second position. Still quite 10 laps to go. That is 4 kilometers to go. 10 laps. Remember, 1 lap is 400 meters. So for 10 laps, that is 4 kilometers to go. Already we are seeing splits. 3 athletes have been dropped from the park.
Well, maybe I should also bring our viewers up to speed on who is the defending champion of this event. And of course, in the 5,000 meters, in 2022, we had Beatrice Chebet winning the title in 14:38:21. Beatrice Chebet, remember, is the world and Olympics champion in that event. And of course, we had Eilish McColgan from Scotland coming in second place, and Sela Busiane was third, winning a bronze medal. So this year, of course, Chebet is not defending her title. She is on her maternity leave, and we expect a new person, of course, to represent Kenya. Of course, a new team that will be representing Kenya in this event. But we have two semi-finals. This is the first semi-final. The other one is coming up shortly after this. But remember, there will be a final of this event where 3 athletes will be selected to represent Kenya at the Commonwealth Games. And of course, as the athletes tackle this track, our friend Greg Molemi, I know you're missing that voice wherever you are. Greg, we have a lot of people are following up on this event from US, from UK, Japan, South Africa. They want to see and know how Kenyans are doing. And I want to welcome you in a special way. I can see you're having coffee. It's very cold up here. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning to you, and welcome to this Nairobi chilly weather. And it is the national championships and trials for the Commonwealth Games to happen in Glasgow, Scotland next month from the 23rd. So a very good morning to you. It is the 5,000 meter semi-final women heat number 1 happening right now. And as you heard from my colleagues, it's a race that will determine who goes to the Commonwealth Games. Of course, first of all, qualify for the finals, and it's all happening here at the Nyayo National Stadium, a venue that has already created big scenes. And as we said, different representation, this being a bronze level event, it shows you that everything that is happening at this venue is something that will actually create history. And as you can see on your screens right now, we have just about 7.5 laps to go in this one, and already we can see the race taking shape. If you're joining us, this is the 5,000 meters women semi-final number 1. Of course, 2 hits in this one. And we will be giving you each and every detail. Remember, earlier on we had the hurdles happening. We'll be giving you the results in real time. So, Dasila Gerono earlier pace halfway through the race. This is heat number 1 of the 5,000 meters. She's been closely covered by Pauline Muhavi of Western. So still a long way to go, but this heat number 1 is just proving to be the real deal. Just about a minute or so per each lap in this 5,000 meters semi-final heat number 1. So the lady from the Kenya Defense Forces, that is Daisila Gerono, dictating her way and navigating through this Nyayo National Stadium track. A refurbished one, of course, and of course you expect everything that is happening here to be of top quality. Caroline Nyaga, the most experienced runner in this heat, now knows that she has just about 6 laps to go. Remember, she's been a national champion before, so she knows exactly how to maneuver. Remember, this is a 3-day event that will be coming your way, and this culminates the end of the track and field season in this country. And also a team will be selected for the Commonwealth game after the 3 days of trials come the national championship. So great tidings coming up, and of course a lot of expectations. And as Bernard will tell you, Caroline Nyaga is the lady to watch in this heat.
We also have Maureen Chabor. You have to watch Maureen. And of course, Maureen, she's been at the college. She's the National Police Service College. But we have some other athletes like Nyaga and Desila. But we have also about 6 athletes from diaspora in that list who are competing here. And of course, we are waiting to see how they will be performing in this event. And of course, those who are watching us, as you can hear, the coaches are really urging them to really take control of the race. They have to be very smart so that they can be able to run well. Of course, I was talking to Longisa, and she's here with her coach. And by the way, she has transferred to another university. She was from Washington State University, but she has now transferred to Iowa State University with her coach. And of course, our coach Laura Hammond is here with her. She wants to see how Longisa will be competing. Those who are watching us from diaspora, Silas, I'm sending greetings. We are here to support these athletes. And of course, this is the first semi-final of the 5,000 meters race. 5 laps to go. A huge number there still stuck together who will be able to break fast. They still are taking control of the race there. And we want to see who will be able to break fast from that group. I can see Sandra, I can see Caroline Nyaga, I can see Maureen Chabor hanging from behind. A number of athletes there who will be able to break fast in that. 4 laps to go.
Just about 4 laps to go in this one. And see, the lady from the Kenya Defense Forces is leading the way. So it's a shift in pace as they shuffle through. Miriam Cherop just checking over her shoulder, the lady from prisons, just to see who is posing a threat here, because with just about 3.5 laps to go, anything is possible.
Have you finished your coffee? I don't want to ask you anything about football because you are doing athletics today. But looking at the level of this event, maybe athletes, because we are seeing upcoming athletes competing here, and of course Chebet is the defending champion, but she will not be competing this time around because she's on maternity leave. Getting her first child. But maybe, do you think we are going to get another champion from this event?
Can see a couple of good names here. Caroline Nyaga, we have from the diaspora. Kariba is also there. I can also see just a couple of good names, and it tells you that there's plenty of talent in this field. As you can see, the lady from prisons, she knows exactly what to do. And also watch out for Enit Yeko from Nairobi, the tall figure just in between these athletes. She's the tallest of them. She's trying to strike from the outside. But as you can see on your screens right now, it is down to just about 9 as they shuffle through. 2 laps to go on this one, the first heat of the 5,000 meters. So the lady from KDF still leading the way. Caroline Nyaga wants to strike from the outside, and she knows she has a chance. No Beatrice Chebet today, but then we have Caroline Nyaga. Just 2 laps to go in this one. It's going to be intense. It's going to be fast. And you look at the times posted up to now, I think it's well within the margins, but the first and utmost goal is to qualify for the finals to be held. Later on, we'll be giving you the lineup in a bit. But Caroline Nyaga assuming the lead for the first time. As Bernard said, it's not football now, it is athletics, and we have just to take it away. Caroline Nyaga now assuming the lead for the first time in this race. And now it is Nyaga and Cherono. They are shuffling through. This is going to be very, very, very intense. And as Bernard will always tell you, they haven't struck yet.
Yes, it's we normally say it's a calculative move for this event, so you have to be very smart to not to break fast, because you need finishing power. Of course, we have about 7 athletes now stuck there together at the bell. That is the last lap at the bell, and of course, someone has just gone ahead from Western. That is from Western. That is Linda Chepkemoi. But of course, the others are really following up to see if they'll be able to catch her. But again, there goes Maureen Chebor now from the outside lane, going to the 200-meter stretch mark. Of course, things are changing there.
Maureen Chebor into the 150. It is going to be very, very fast indeed. She is being tracked every stride by Caroline Nyaga, but Maureen Chebor has the strides into the last 100. She is trying very hard to ensure that she takes this one, but then the ultimate goal is to qualify for the final tomorrow, and this is just what's going to be, because she just about edges her compatriot there, bib number 695. That was Miriam Cherop. And that is something that we are just about to see, and promises to be another wild final tomorrow.
Miriam Cherop is a 1500 meters specialist, and she has done 5,000 today. So I think she knew what she was doing, because as you can see the finishing kick power, she has finished strong. And she's Japan based, but she has been training in Kenya recently. She ran at the Kipkeino Classic also, where she won the 1500 meters. And she's really doing well, and I think she has done a good race there. Maybe we will have to wait for the finals to see if she'll be able to lead that as we go into the second semi-final of
in athletics, then this is the place to be, the Nyayo National Stadium, and this is day 1 of the national championships, which culminates the end of the Athletics Kenya track and field events. And from this will also serve as the Commonwealth Games trials. So 3 days of action. Then they go to camp from the 23rd of July. It is time for the Commonwealth Game. Happens once every 4 years. So good tidings, good days ahead. Hit number 2 coming up.
And in hit number 2, we have Naomi Kisa from, we don't have the affiliate there, Judy Chepkoech from Diaspora, Joy Chepngetich NYs, Joy Nancy Nziza from Southern, Irene James from Southern, Mary Munanu from Eastern, Naum Otwabe from Nyanza South, Frida Abuga Nyanza South, Claire Jeruta Central, Edna Chelule from Diaspora, Brighter Chepchumba from Diaspora, Venenza Chebeit Western, Vivian Chebiwot KATTI, and we have, of course, Stella Busine from KDF, Virginia Nyambura from Police,
at Glasgow in August. I'm joined here by Maureen Chebor. She finished second in the women's 5,000 meters semi-final one. Maureen, unafeel aje kuhusu performance yako ya leo?
Mimi firstly nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kunipa afya njema siku ya leo, na niko na furaha kwa position 2 kwa semi-finals. So for now I prepare for final Saturday. Asante.
Should you pengine ukiweza kupata nafasi nyingine ya kuweza kuwakilisha team Kenya, uliweza kutuwakilisha wakati wa World Cross vile mwaka ilikuwa inaanza, round hii ni nini utakuwa ukiangalia sana ndio at least uweze kukua among the medal finalist?
Mimi Kenya naenda na angalia sasa ni Commonwealth. Ni naomba tu Mwenyezi Mungu aweze kuniwezesha ni kuwa amongst the team. Na if nitamake naenda kung'ang'ana nilete medal.
Na umewezaje kubalance training yako ya Kenya Police na athletics?
Ni kupanga tu.
All the best and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm also joined by the winner of the first semi-final in the 5,000 meters women, Miriam Cherop. Cherop, unafeel aje kuhusu performance yako ya leo?
Mimi na feel vizuri kuhusu performance ya leo, and I'm well prepared for these Commonwealth Games, of which I've been preparing very well. Though I decided to run 5,000 instead of 1,500, which is my event, and I've seen I can do better also in 5,000. Yeah.
So vile umeona 5,000 performance iko sawa, utabado utaendelea pia kudouble up na 1,500?
Yes, kwa sasa mimi niko hapa kudouble